Hello and welcome to mentalhealth.now. So today we are going to continue with our brain series. ये forebrain का second part है and हमारी brain series में the structure of the brain का last part. So today let's see what we have covered so far. So all the topics in blue have been covered. जो red में है वो हम आज cover करेंगे. So in the limbic system we are going to cover the septic nuclei, the amygdala, hippocampus and the basal ganglia. So starting with the septic nuclei. The septal nuclei, they are considered to be a part of the limbic system and it receives and sends projections, both. Okay, so it receives information from other limbic structures like hippocampus, amygdala, hypothalamus, all the well-connected regions in the brain. It receives information from that and it also sends information back to these regions. We do not need to learn exactly कहाँ से इसको information मिल रही है और कहाँ ये भेज रहा है. You just need to know that it receives and it sends information to other limbic structures. So like any other structure in the brain, it is also very well connected. It is involved in processing rewarding experiences. So James Olds and Peter Milner, they did an experiment on rats and they found that whenever they stimulated the septic nuclei, they found it to be they found it to be very rewarding. So they hypothesized that perhaps the septic nuclei is the locus of the reward system. So rewarding experience में इसका बहुत involvement है. Now what will happen if the septic nuclei is damaged? इसमें कोई abnormality होती है तो बहुत different disorders के साथ में इसको connect किया गया है, ranging from depression to schizophrenia. Now, what more do we need to know about the septic nuclei? It appears to play a role in emotional behaviors, sexual behavior, aggressive behavior. It modulates autonomic functions and it is also implicated in attention and memory functions. Now, it has a role in memory, but there is more research, that is more work that is needed in this area, so it is still a little unclear. The septal nuclei have been implicated in a number of other roles like social behavior and the expression of fear. But as I mentioned before, थोड़ा कम हम इसके बारे में अभी तक समझ पाए हैं. So moving forward to the next part of the limbic system is the amygdala. Now amygdala जो term है वो Greek word से आया है और उसका मतलब है almond. Why almond? Because जो amygdala का structure है, the shape in the brain, it's somewhat like an almond. It is located in the medial temporal lobe just in front of the hippocampus and it's a pair of amygdala. एक नहीं है, दो हैं, one on each side. It is primarily associated with emotional processes as well as memory. And सबसे ज़्यादा जो हम amygdala को जानते हैं वो है fear processing में जो उसका रोल है. And it also signals the hypothalamus कि वो fight या flight response trigger करे किसी situation में. Then it is also very important in forming memories जो fear inducing events के साथ associated है as well as positive memories. तो अगर कोई fear inducing event हो रहा है and उससे कोई particular sound you can say वो बहुत जल्दी associate हो जाएगा. But at the same time कोई positive event है and then for example I'm taking a sound तो वो भी बहुत जल्दी associate हो जाएगा. So both types of events, so negative as well as positive memories are involved here. So amygdala को दोनों चीजों में involve समझ सकते हैं. It is involved in experiencing anxiety because if you are talking that amygdala is involved in fear processing, so we can understand why we are talking about anxiety in relation with amygdala. So amygdala anxiety में भी involved है और जिन लोगों को anxiety disorder होता है उसमें amygdala की activity थोड़ी ज़्यादा हो सकती है. So if there is damage, it can impair the formation of positive memories. Anxiety disorders में implicated है as we mentioned, and autism के अंदर भी amygdala activity को implicate किया गया है. Now the third part that we want to discuss today is the hippocampus. Again, hippocampus भी Greek word से derived है. Hippocampus, hippo means horse and campus means a sea monster. Why? Because as you can see in the figure, it resembles a seahorse. Now, hippocampus भी दो है. It is basically hippocampi and not hippocampus because hippocampus is singular. So दो होते हैं, one on each side of the temporal lobe. तो inner region जो है आपका temporal lobe का, it is located there. And again, it forms a part of the limbic system, which is particularly important in regulating emotional responses. It is associated primarily with memory, but long-term memories to be more specific, and making those memories resistant to forgetting. But again, this is a matter of debate कि long term memory अगर बन गई है तो क्या वो कभी भूलेंगे नहीं हम? Will it always be there? So that is always a matter of debate. It is also thought to play an important role in spatial processing and navigation. It receives input from modulatory neurotransmitter systems, which means कि serotonin, norepinephrine, dopamine systems, even the neurotransmitter, the acetylcholine, ये सब hippocampus के साथ काम करते हैं. Hippocampus इन सारे neurotransmitters को react करता है, respond करता है. Now, this, the paragraph that just came up, it may look कि बहुत ज़्यादा है, बट यहाँ पे आपको सिर्फ इतना जानना है कि दो पार्ट है हिपोकैम्पस की, द एंटीरियर एंड द पोस्टीरियर. तो जो एंटीरियर है दैट इज मोर कनेक्टेड विद द एमिगडाला, द ऑर्बिटोफ्रंटल कॉर्टेक्स, और वो आपके इमोशन एंड स्ट्रेस में ज़्यादा इन्वॉल्व है. जो पोस्टीरियर हिपोकैम्पस है वो दूसरे एरिया से कनेक्टेड है, which is principally involved in cognitive and spatial processing. So the terms in bold are the ones that you need to know कि anterior hippocampus related with regulation of emotion and stress, and posterior hippocampus related principally in cognitive and spatial processing. Now, the first patient जिसके regarding हमने hippocampus के function को study किया था was patient HM, and there was some damage in his brain, and इनके through we came to know that there is a problem called anterogale amnesia. Okay, so you can read upon about that more from the internet, or we will put the links in the description and you can just go through them. It's a very interesting case. Then hippocampus Alzheimer's disease में भी implicated है, stress and depression में implicated है, even in schizophrenia and the associated disorders. Epileptic seizures can lead to hippocampal sclerosis. तो epileptic seizures की अगर history है या किसी को epilepsy की problem है तो hippocampus पे असर हो सकता है, which can further lead to other problems. Now, the last part that we're going to discuss today is the basal ganglia. Now, it is, as the name suggests, basal, it means base, and ganglia, it's basically for ganglion, that a group of nuclei. So it is located at the base of the brain, and it is a group of nuclei. अब हमको ये जानना ज़रूरी है कि इसके अंदर क्या क्या स्ट्रक्चर्स इन्वॉल्व है. इवन इफ यू डोंट नो देयर फंक्शंस, दैट इज स्टिल फाइन, बट इन सम एग्जाम, स्पेसिफिकली द नेट NTA NET exams, they sometimes ask about what structures are a part of basal ganglia, what are not. So you just need to remember basal ganglia में caudate है, putamen है, globus pallidus है, there is substantia nigra, and there is subthalamic nucleus. नाउ बेसल गैंग्लिया की जो स्पेशलिटी है वो है कि वो मूवमेंट से रिलेटेड इंफॉर्मेशन को प्रोसेस करता है, और जितनी भी एक्टिविटी है रिगार्डिंग दैट इन द ब्रेन उसको बहुत फाइन ट्यून करता है, एंड इट डिटरमाइंस द बेस्ट पॉसिबल रिस्पॉन्स इन अ गिवन सिचुएशन. तो अगर बॉल आ रही है तो आपको हाथ यूज करना है कैच करने के लिए, यू हैव टू यूज योर फीट टू रन. सो दीज आर द काइंड ऑफ एक्टिविटीज दैट बेसल गैंग्लिया इज इन्वॉल्व्ड इन. Before moving forward with other functions of basal ganglia, let's see कि basal ganglia अगर डैमेज हो जाता है, लीजन हो जाता है तो क्या हो सकता है. मूवमेंट डिसऑर्डर्स हो सकते हैं like Parkinson's disease and Huntington's disease. It has a very important role in planning goal directed action. सिर्फ इनिशिएट ही नहीं करता बेसल गैंग्लिया एक्शन, एग्जीक्यूट करने में भी इसका बहुत काम है. एंड habitual actions in learning new actions, even if, say for example, you are going to learn a new dance movement or a new type of dance, तो सबसे ज़्यादा important role जो है वो basal ganglia का है in learning them and in making them smooth. It refines action signals from the cortex, thereby ensuring कि muscles तक एक appropriate motor plan पहुंचे. It processes information indirectly in set of loops whereby they receive input from the cortex and then return it to the cortex. तो thalamus के through वो information receive and return करते हैं to the cortex. बेसिल गैंग्लिया वो एक्टिविटीज को एम्पलीफाई करता है, वो मूवमेंट्स रिस्पॉन्सेस को एम्पलीफाई करता है दैट लीड टू अ पॉजिटिव आउटकम. एंड इट ऑल्सो हैज एन इनिबिटरी रोल कि अगर किसी पर्टिकुलर मूवमेंट से कोई डिलीटरस आउटकम यानी कि कोई डैमेजिंग या हार्मफुल आउटकम हो सकता है तो उसको सप्रेस करने की कोशिश करता है. And apart from the movement disorders that we just mentioned, it is also being investigated in attempts to understand disorders like Tourette syndrome, schizophrenia and obsessive compulsive disorder. क्योंकि वहाँ पे भी और problems हैं, movement related problems भी है regarding inhibitory activities. So that is in process. So today we discussed about septic nuclei, amygdala, hippocampus and the basal ganglia. If you have any doubts, you have any queries, you can go to the links that I'm going to put in the description. You can comment, you can mail us as well. But I would suggest going through the links because the references that we have used for this video बहुत informative होंगे आपके लिए. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you so much for listening.
Don't forget to like and subscribe our channel.
Hit the bell icon to get updates on every time we upload a new video. Stay connected and thank you so much for watching.